Good morning, how are you, how's your day? Mine is super fine. Did you watch when I was introducing to you a new friend? Oh, a story about ducks? If you did, you should watch it before watching this one. So you're going to go back, watch the other one, then you come back and watch this one. It's going to be more fun when you watch the other one before, then you watch this one. Okay, we're going to Storyland. I am going to go wobbling like a duck, like this. How are you going to Storyland? Okay, let's go.
This is the way to Storyland. This is the way to Storyland. Come, let us go. We shall meet with all our friends. We shall meet with all our friends. Just
wait and see. So if you watched the other video, then you should be knowing the song. So we are going to sing that song together, okay?
Davie duck plays his drum, flying south, won't you all come? Quack, quack, drum. Davie duck playing on his drum, a good leader he'll become. Quack, quack, drum.
One more time.
Davie duck plays his drum, flying south, won't you all come? Quack, quack, drum. Davie duck playing on his drum, a good leader he'll become. Quack, quack,
drum. That is another beautiful animal song. So if you watched the other video, you should be knowing this song. But it is okay. We are still learning the song. Okay. Put on your thinking caps. Put on your listening caps. Put on your remembering caps. Tie them harder. Okay. Once upon a time, early one day, Davie Duck was taking a walk. Davie Duck was waddling down Daffodil Dock. Daffodil Dock was a nice place to live on Ducksburg Pond. What is the pond called? Ducksburg Pond. In the dry season, yellow daffodil flowers grew and bloomed all around the edges of Ducksbill Pond. Davie Duck liked to waddle down the dock on the pond where he lived. Davie Duck waddled to the edge of the dock and sat down. Davie Duck dipped his orange-webbed feet in the waters of Ducksburg Pond. Nearby in the water was a little girl turtle named Didi. What was the girl turtle called? Didi. Didi dragged herself out of the water. The water dripped and dribbled down Didi's shell as she walked slowly down the dock. Didi made a trail of little wet drops on Daffodil Dock. "Hello, Davie Duck," Didi called. "Oh, hello, Didi," Davie Duck quacked. "I am a sad duck." sat down beside Davie Duck. The pond is cool and beautiful. I have just been for a swim. See? Davie Duck is even holding his cheeks like this. It's so sad. And you see, the little girl turtle is called Didi. And Davie Duck over here is putting the feet in the duck's bag pond. I love Duck's Bag Pond, whispered Davie Duck to the friendly little girl turtle. I love Daffodil Duck too. Daffodil Duck is a wonderful place to live, agreed Didi. That is exactly why I feel sad today, quacked Davie Duck. I love our nest in the tall weeds. I love living near the dock on the edge of Duck's Bag Pond. I have lived there ever since I was hatched out of the egg. Davie Duck told Didi. I have been very happy here living in the north. Me too, agreed Didi, as she drew her little legs into the shell. Then Davie Duck said, but now Daddy Duck and Mommy Duck have told me the news. Our family will be moving away soon. We will be flying to the south. Oh, Davie Duck, I will miss you when you fly south, said Didi sadly. I am glad I live in the shell so I can always stay in the same house. Could I be happy in a different duck home? Asked Davie Duck. In a new pond, I don't think I could ever find good friends like you, Didi. Then all of a sudden, Davie Duck shivered. Davie Duck's wide orange bill even chattered. A cool breeze was blowing. Davie Duck looked around. Then Davie Duck said, the weather is getting colder every day. The whole world is looking sad. The yellow fairy dandelions have turned to fluff long ago. Oh no. The white daisies in the fields were all dried up. The flowers are drying up. Oh. Even the grass had turned brown. That must be, not happy. Only a few dead brown leaves were on the trees. Oh. Davie Duck leaned over the side of Daffodil Duck. Davie Duck looked down into the pond. I see one big brown leaf floating in the pond. It looks like a little boat, exclaimed Didi. Then the wind blew the little leaf boat away. Davie Duck dropped some pebbles into the pond. Plop, plop, plop. Davie Duck and Didi watched as the water made little waves. Then Davie Duck saw something. Davie Duck could see himself in the water. The pond was like a giant mirror. Davie Duck and Didi made funny faces. The water was like one big giant mirror. And they started making funny faces, you see. Make one funny face. See? Davie Duck was making funny faces. And Didi was also making funny faces. And the pond looked like just one giant mirror. Davie Duck could not help but to laugh at his funny faces. Davie Duck was smiling again. I feel better about everything, quacked Davie Duck. I feel better about moving away. Why? Davie Duck told me that this is part of God's plan for all ducks. Just like God has a plan for you and me, God has plans for all the animals, all the ducks, even Davie Duck. God had a plan for Davie Duck. Davie Duck told Didi, Mommy Duck said it would be warmer where we are going. Davie Duck loved warm weather. Davie Duck knew that warm weather was best for ducks. Daddy Duck and Mommy Duck knew that moving away from Daffodil Duck was God's plan for the duck family. So, Davie Duck decided she should not be sad about moving. It had never been this cold in Duck's Back Pond since Davie Duck had been hatched. I have never been so cold in my entire life, quacked Davie Duck. It would be best to move where it will be warm again. I will not let my duckbill frown anymore. Do you know how to frown? Frowning. So Davie Duck said, I will not frown anymore because I know it is God's plan for us to move to the south. Good for you, Davie Duck, said Didi. Keep your smile right upside. Davie Duck and Didi looked across the pond. Oh, Didi, what is that at the edge of the pond? Didi said. There is ice around the pond. It is too cold for me to stay outside. Oh. See you later. With that, Didi ducked her head into her warm, cozy shell. Home. Davie Duck decided to go back inside the doghouse. Davie Duck needed to get warmed up. Davie Duck needed to tell Daddy Duck and Mommy Duck that he was not sad about moving anymore. Davie Duck dived off Daffodil Duck into Duck's Back Pond. Davie Duck was a good diver. Davie Duck could not drown. Why? Davie Duck had learned how to swim when he was just a few days old. Davie Duck remembered how Mommy Duck had taught him to swim long ago. She had taught him to swim right here in Duck's Back Pond. All the fuzzy ducklings had lined up behind Mommy Duck in the shallow end of that pond. The fuzzy yellow ducklings had been too tiny to swim in the deep water yet. Mommy Duck had told them just what to do. All together now, my darling ducklings, Mommy Duck had said to the baby ducklings behind her. Paddle with your foot, with your left foot. Paddle with your right foot. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Swimming. Left, right, left, right. Daddy Duck quacked from the dock. Swim, ducklings, swim. You can do it, my darling ducklings. Yes, Davie Duck was remembering lots of things as he paddled his white webbed feet around the edge of Daffodil Duck. Soon, Davie Duck paddled right up to his own duck home ladder. Davie Duck climbed up the ladder and opened the door with his wing. Inside the duck family dog house, it was cozy and warm. Daddy Duck had a nice fire going on in the fireplace. Good smells were coming from Mommy Duck's kitchen. Daddy Duck and Mommy Duck were all excited. Daddy Duck and Mommy Duck were getting ready to move. Davie Duck came to the doghouse door. Oh, good, Davie Duck, quacked Daddy Duck. I'm glad you are home. You must practice on your drum, Davie Duck. Practice on my drum? Asked Davie Duck. Yes, Davie Duck, you need to be all practiced up in time for the moving day, quacked Daddy Duck. All right, Daddy Duck. And Davie Duck went to obey. As Davie Duck began to drum his drum, he wondered and wondered. Why will I need to drum on our trip to the new duck pond? See? He's wondering, you see? And he's beginning to drum. He's wondering. He's doing like this. Why do I need to practice how to drum? You see the lips? But he's practicing. He's obeying Daddy Drum, but he's still wondering, why do I have to do this? Why will I need to drum on our trip to the new duck pond? Drum, diddy, drum, 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 diddy, drum, drum. I wonder why I need to drum. He was drumming, but still wondering. Drum, drum, diddy, drum, 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 diddy, drum, drum. But he was still wondering. I'm also wondering, why does he have to practice for the trip? We have to find out tomorrow. Time for the questions. Who came to Daffodil Dog to cheer up Davie Duck? Diddy! What was the duck family planning to do? The duck family was planning to move. What did Davie Duck and Diddy do when they saw themselves in the water? They made funny faces. Why was the duck family moving? Because it was God's plan for the ducks to move when it is the cold season. They moved to a warmer season. They moved to a warmer place in the south. Did Davie Duck decide that he should not be sad about moving? Yes. Who knew what was best for Davie Duck? God above knew all his plans. Okay, God knew Davie Duck what was best for Davie Duck. What did they see around the edge of the pond? Ice. Ice was building around the pond. What did Daddy Duck want Davie Duck to do before the moving day? What did Daddy Duck want Davie Duck to do before the moving day? He wanted Davie Duck to practice drumming. Drum, 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 diddy, drum, drum. Drum, diddy, drum, 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 diddy, drum, drum. We are going to find out why. Drum, diddy, drum, drum. Tomorrow. Bye, friends. See you tomorrow. And we find out why. Drum, diddy, drum, drum. Drum, diddy, drum, drum. Drum, diddy, drum, drum. Bye.